Hey everyone, I remain your humble host, Prince Montigo Solomon of Gucci TV.
I'm School Babo, your favorite student, your favorite entertainer. One love.
Alright, the last time we talked about marriage, because why we always come here is to discuss important issues. Alright, we don't just come here for any other reasons, but to discuss important issues as a way of contributing to the society. That's our own way of contributing to the growth. Alright, today we'll be talking about funerals. Funerals. You know, it is really, really deplorable. It is deplorable that we live in a country where people don't support people and where funerals are highly celebrated than marriages and birthdays, dedication, and other things. You see someone inviting, a young man inviting people that he's getting married. Many will begin to give excuses. But when it comes to funerals in this part of the world, those same persons that gave excuses when they were invited for a wedding, you see them turn up. Now, the reason is what baffles me most because I would cite the region where I am based and where I am born and brought up, the South South. The South South, for instance, has really proven to be one of the region that celebrates funerals more. Instead of mourning, they are celebrating. And that brings to the fact that when someone is said to be no more, when you hear the news that this person is gone to the other world, instead of the families to be crying that they've lost someone, they're not just crying about the pains of losing someone, they're crying more because they know that a lot of
A very
billions
big task is waiting is ahead of
is
them.
ahead of them. They begin to cry based on the expenses they are expected to spend.
And why are they crying? Let me come in here. The reason why I believe they are crying, let's just twist it and break it into pieces. Some of them will be thinking something like, hey, the case men will come. How are we going to get their requirements?
Mm,
The women will come, which is no
mm,
matter in
mm.
Igbo land.
And
The
even
women,
even in Ikwere,
yes, the wives will
yeah.
come.
Mm,
Different people, the
the
youth will come, the daughters will come,
mm,
the maidens
yes.
will come with their own rights. So
Then the chief,
when someone died,
the council of chiefs will come.
that one is for sure now.
Mm,
And the community as a whole
mhm.
will now come. This is what then church will now come their own
And church will come with their own condition.
with their own condition, their requirements before they come.
Mm,
So why is what all these things happening? I believe I believe we have to amend some certain things.
mm,
And this is sometimes we blame the government. As we always say here, we blame the government, but we are the problem of ourselves. Imagine this country now, if we can take care of some things within ourselves, they say charity begins at home. President will not leave where he's sitting there to come and tell you what to do in your community.
yes,
You can even raise money in your community. You can make everybody rich in your community,
yes.
even if the country don't want to adhere. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that all this is we have to look into it. All this matter, all these bills, or I call it bill because some people take it as a business.
Yeah,
Some
definitely.
men in the community, all these men, women, their work is burial. Burial is now a very big thing.
That's their oil war. All right, looking at this whole thing, you see that both the community elders, the youth leaders, and the umadas and every starter in the local community and at the local level. There are things you shouldn't expect the government to do for you. Who are the government? It's you and I. So there are things you shouldn't expect your governor, your president to do for you. Your president cannot be leading a country and also come to coordinate your house. No. The reason why most of these things are really happening, I notice that in this country and this part of the world, we love pushing blames. We don't want to tell ourselves the truth. How can someone, a family, lost someone that is very important? I remember 1999, 2000, 2003. If you hear news that one person is no more, you see the whole place, the whole environment to be so quiet. Everybody will be in pain. Some are grieving. Some are really crying. Some are asking questions why and how. But these days, when someone is no more, you see people see it as a means to cash out. They are talking about laying someone to rest, and the community, the elders, and everybody are demanding that this person is a chief. Because he's a chief, he must be buried with this number of cows. Now they have come to make this chieftaincy thing look like a class, a class, whereby if this man is a chief to this rank or this class, the family will provide the number of cows, and they say it is a befitting burial. What is so befitting about someone that is no more? What is so befitting about a disease? What is so befitting about a family that has lost a precious
Someone
being?
very dear to them.
What is so befitting about it? And I sometimes I want to wonder, where are we really getting this whole thing from? Is this really the traditional pattern or the culture of the African man?
We emulate from the white, but we don't learn some certain things.
No,
We don't,
no.
we don't learn some good things they do.
We
There's the
love,
way they do their own
yeah,
funerals
we
now.
love we love taking the bad things from them. Now, if you look at the Western world, funeral doesn't cost anything. You see them grieving with a family that has lost someone. You see them give flowers, you see them give money as a means of support. And when it comes to the funeral, nobody's coming there to eat. They just take the person to the cemetery, they lay the person to rest. Everybody is mourning, after which they leave. They pay condolence to the family of the bereaved or the deceased. They pay condolence to them, and everybody goes. But here we've converted funeral to a major event.
An event, a show up event. Because
Yes.
some of them now, all these tents of a team, invasion of tents.
Mm,
Tents will now, when you come inside the tent, you will now see another different program
mm.
from the men bed are going
That
inside.
that will not
From the
even
table,
that will not
it
bring
will
your
just look
mindset to
another,
what you
yes,
felt.
it will not bring your mindset to what you come for.
Yes.
You come there to meet people.
Mm.
People now go to
Get
funerals to meet
connections.
people.
Do you know that some persons now go to funerals and they do hook up there?
I'm telling you, some girls, many things are happening there now. So it's turning into
A
another thing.
man,
It's no longer a way to mourn
yes.
a deceased.
Even the diseased self, even the dead person will be crying wherever they are. If you see the way they do things, they make a funeral now looks like a show. If you don't have money to hire an expensive car, get the best
And some
casket.
people will not
You
like to
can
look inferior. They will now have to postpone the
everyone
burial,
everyone
keeping someone that have died in the mortuary. Some of them will keep them for 6 months, 8 months,
accumulating bills
close to 1 year,
just to meet up.
just to meet up with the requirement or with what it takes to organize a funeral in this era.
Now let me bring this to your memory in case it seems like we are blabbing. What use is second burial? This is the only part of the world where they do second burial. You've laid someone to rest. After a while, you feel you've made money. You want to do what they call second burial. Of what use? Let's make it someone that has been
Memorial
resting.
service,
Someone that is
something like
resting.
memorial service will still come.
You say second burial. What are
They
you
will turn
doing?
it to a very big show.
Yes.
You understand? Just a way to do what, to show off this who I am. But even when that person is alive,
They never
they will
show.
not spend that kind of money. You will not organize parties. At least you invite your friends.
Yes.
Let's celebrate
They,
this person
they
when
ignore
that
the
person is
birthdays
alive.
of that person. They ignore the problems, the challenges of that person. But when it comes to the fact that this person is no more, you want to see them exhibiting what we call fake love, and thereby costing more expenses to be on the family. You can imagine someone that is supposed to be buried in a month or two. They keep the person so long, and thereby attracting much expenses on the family.
Of course.
Now, you were saying something about we emulating the white, but only the bad aspect of it.
Of mourning
Someone,
someone, you understand? Someone dear to them. You see something like flowers, like on black, you understand?
yes, yes.
Maybe walking to the grave, do some little prayers, and just few people.
The way they handle their funeral there is very simple and it doesn't attract expenses. Unlike this part of the world where it is seen as an avenue to do so, an avenue for people that are hungry to come and eat. You want to slaughter 7 cows, 8 cows, because you want to lay someone to rest, someone that has gone to be with his creator or her creator.
Some of our youths, like our youths, they don't have any other hand. They don't have jobs. Their job is going from place to place around the community. Because they normally have burials,
Yes.
funerals. Their work is always going there just to do what? Eat. Some of them will stay there and be drinking from morning till night. On whose expenses?
On whose expenses?
Do you think it's everybody? All fingers are not equal.
No.
It's not everybody that is going to meet up with all these requirements. So this burial of a thing should be looked into.
And there's one thing that really thrills me so much is that you are coming to demand what you call your rights, umunas, chiefs, umadas, and all those much names they call themselves or address themselves with. You're coming to demand some things as right when someone is no more, and you're not supposed to ask yourself this question: what fortune did this person leave behind? Because most of them died as a result of 5,000 naira bill, medication not paid, bill of 20,000 naira when they were supposed to be hospitalized, and you refused giving them that money, claiming you don't have the money. Now they died as a result of negligence due to financial need that was not met. And now you're coming to demand, you say after all they have children, anyhow they're going to do it. No, we are being so very callous with ourselves. We are being very callous with ourselves. We are not being true to ourselves. We are not being nice to ourselves. We are being very wicked to ourselves. Someone is no more, has family, little kids, or maybe boys that are just growing. You're still demanding this much from them, and you're telling them that you've not, because you've not really given your late, maybe dad or mom or whatever, a befitting burial. You can't go to another person's burial and eat meat. It is now a tradition. Anything that is not favorable to an individual or to the people, they make it a tradition. But whatever that will be favorable, they don't see it as a tradition. Who told you that this is how it is? Who brought this burial, this system to us? You keep someone in the morgue for 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, because this family needs to hustle. They are not hustling to sort their own personal issues. They are hustling to lay someone that is no more. Someone that is no more to lay that person.
Let's go from all these churches, some of the churches, not all the churches, some of these churches that
majority of them.
Yes. When a poor family lost someone, the burial and the turn up of the church to the burial is very, very poor.
Very poor.
You understand? But whenever a rich man dies, it will become a very big occasion in the church.
Whereby most of the GOs will go there.
Even some of their bishops will come.
Bishop,
the whole clergy will come. No, everybody will live everywhere is going.
Yes.
For that funeral. Why? Because of material things.
Yeah, when they want to be recognized. But when is a poor man, they send one junior pastor to go there and coordinate it anyhow.
Then as a church, what message are they passing to others? Everybody have to have equal right. That's why when you come to the mosque, no matter who you are, be you down, but when you come there, you will see yourself on that man.
On that man.
The same level with everybody.
Same level.
Nothing like this one day front. But when you come to the churches now, most of the big shots are always seated at the front.
We preach love, but we don't even know love. That's just the truth. Okay, even you watching, you know this truth. We preach love and we don't know love. We'll come to these churches one of these days because I see no reason why a member wants to see the GO and you will not grant him access. Those protocols or whatever. Let
that one
we'll come to that.
But there's something I want us to touch, like what's going to be the solution? How are we going to solve this issue?
The way forward.
From the kingsmen, from the umadas, from the boys, from the girls. You understand? The kings. So let's work on this particular thing. It's affecting everybody.
Definitely.
We don't just need to keep quiet. Or you want to retaliate because they did it to you. You want to do it to another person.
Yes.
I believe everybody should just do what? Forgive and forget.
Just like we said the last time.
Yes, let's just start afresh. Let's have a meeting with both the head of the kingsmen, the chiefs, the Ozo, I mean the Ozos are the chiefs.
Yes.
The kingmaker, which is you know who in Igbo land.
Yeah.
So let's come together, have a meeting. I believe these people normally have meetings. What are they treating in the meetings if not issues like this?
They are not
that is affecting the
treating, they are,
society.
truth be told, without mincing words, they are not treating anything. All they are going for
Is
as
what- is
meeting
their own
is
stomach.
what will benefit them,
What will benefit
what
them?
is coming to the community, how they can share it,
The land,
not
how they will sell land
and
and
not
make money.
not letting that thing get to the people. We are being callous to ourselves. Truth be told. Now, I think if these people can have a meeting and every family, okay, forget, you shouldn't always be looking at the king and his cabinet members or whatever. Charity begins in your own home, in your own house. That's where it begins. If every family can come together and discuss this whole thing, resolve whatever grievances that has been piled up over time, and tell themselves the truth. I think if you think someone wants to be laid to rest because you're doing a party, you're making a big mistake because that person knows the family and knows that they are not financially capable to handle the task. You're making the person cry wherever they are.
I think also this one, I know this one will be bitter to some people.
Say,
But all these people that spend too much money,
Hmm.
you are now making it very hard for those ones that doesn't have that kind of money
Hmm.
to celebrate their own burial. You are now using it as a
No,
show
no,
off.
no, not
Is
like
there any
not
way
like to celebrate their own burial, to mourn
to mourn their the
their
deceased,
departed
their loved
and
one?
also to concentrate on laying the person to rest. Because the whole thing we are saying here is burial or funeral shouldn't be celebrated. That's not the
What
purpose.
I'm trying to say, I've not landed. Like I was trying to talk about the effect, how it's going to always be amended. Like the community bringing it out a rule that will be guiding burials,
Yes.
the kind of things you will do, so
We
that
should set rules
so that
like
it
that.
will match
The
everybody.
same way we suggested that they should also set rules when it comes to marriage. They should set
Yes,
a law. Reduce all those costs.
there are things you will not do.
Yes.
Maybe someone that you kill like 20 cows, 50. No, you have to have minimum highest 2 cows.
Why are you even killing those cows?
What are you doing?
What if the person doesn't have money to afford a goat? So the person cannot lay his disease to rest. Let's just cut all these things. These are the problems. Just imagine before now you can get a good cow for 75,000, a very big cow. But after a certain funeral, you see
Cow
everything
is not up to
skyrocketed.
300,000.
Now you're buying 700,000. You're seeing a cow for 1.2 million. What is it? Are we really helping matters? We are the cause of all these issues. Before you point at the government, also point at yourself. How you live in your respective homes, how you do things in your family, the little place where you have the opportunity to stand at the head. What are your impacts? What are you doing? So, in case you feel this topic is more interesting to you and you have your own contribution or way of making others also know that what we just said here is nothing but the truth, drop your comment. Don't forget to like, share, and invite others. And stick to Switchy TV because we're coming with more interesting topics. Stay
Tuned.